politician called Otto von Bismarck. When a shrewd politician called Otto von Bismarck became the chief minister of Prussia in 1862, the spirit of nationalism had long been brewing in the German states. The ideals of liberty and equality that fueled the French Revolution had begun to inspire other people across Europe. In 1834, a customs union formed by Prussia and other German states abolished trade and tariff barriers across 39 German states and standardized currency. Thus, a sense of economic nationalism was beginning to strengthen nationalist sentiments. Culturally too, romantic poets and writers were beginning to use German folk stories and folk art to define national identity. By 1848, men and women of the liberal middle classes began to demand a nation-state based on parliamentary principles such as an elected constitution, freedom of press, and freedom of association. On May 18, 1848, over 800 elected representatives of the Frankfurt Parliament drafted the constitution for a German nation in which monarchy would be subject to the parliament. While this parliament didn't last, the liberal nationalist sentiments of the German states kept growing. It was in these circumstances that in 1862, Otto von Bismarck became the chief minister of Prussia. In the years that followed, Bismarck used war, tact, and treachery to strengthen Prussian power. Unification of the German states was part of his plan. In 1863, the King of Denmark annexed the disputed duchies of Schleswig and Holstein. The people of Prussia felt that these German-speaking duchies rightfully belonged with them. Bismarck gave the Danish an ultimatum to let go of the territories. When the Danish king refused, Bismarck acquired the support of Austria, and together they defeated Denmark in 1864. Thus, Denmark was forced to cede both duchies. As per a signed agreement between Austria and Germany in 1865, Schleswig went to Prussia and Holstein was given to Austria. Austria, however, was unhappy with this settlement that gave the control of Schleswig to Prussia. In 1866, Austria asked for a renewed arrangement for the two duchies. Aware of a possible clash, Bismarck sought military help from Italy. He also sought neutrality from France in case of war with Austria. The Austro-Prussia War of 1866 at Sadowa ended in another significant victory for Prussia. The two duchies of Schleswig and Holstein, among other areas, were returned to Prussia, and Austria was excluded from the German political system. At this point, some states in the north united to form the North German Confederation. Bismarck's next strategy was to alienate and incite the French into war, so that the various German states would unite with Prussia in nationalistic fervor. The French Emperor Napoleon III had begun to realize that they did not derive any real gains from agreements with Prussia. Bismarck now provoked France by offering the vacant throne of Spain to Prince Leopold, a relative of the Prussian king. Bismarck also tactfully altered the contents of a royal telegram to give both the French and the Germans an impression that their respective ambassadors were insulted. Soon, France and Prussia were at war. The South German states joined Prussia in the war against France. Once again, Prussia won. Under the Treaty of Frankfurt, France lost Alsace and a part of Lorraine to Prussia, apart from paying £200 million as war indemnity. On 18th January 1871, at the Hall of Mirrors, Versailles, King William I of Prussia was crowned Emperor of United Germany. Thus, with diplomacy, shrewdness, iron will, and strategy, Bismarck achieved the unification of Germany.